CJ, the Pirates played first place Pacific this past weekend. Somebody who just looked at the final scores would have no idea how close all three of those games were. Take us back through that weekend, and even though we didn't pull out a win, how does this weekend show our progress over last season?
Yeah, I think the fact that every single game was a one-run ball game or tied or we were in the lead until about the 7th or 8th inning, I think is pretty telling of I think just the quality of baseball that we're able to play now for deeper into games compared to last year when that wasn't necessarily the case. So our starting pitching so far this year in conference has been absolutely outstanding, between Gio and Hunter Williams and Hunter Dryden. So their ability to really get us deep in games has kept that really, really close and really, really competitive for us.
This is still not going to be a team that's going to overwhelm anybody with their power.
For sure. Yeah.
But the ability to string hits together to get at bats that move people along, are you seeing improvement in terms of our run production that way?
Absolutely. I think, yeah. And that's something, too, that we talk to the guys a lot about is we're going to have to be able to execute at a high level, whether that's sacrifice bunts, hit and runs, stealing bases. We're going to have to be able to take whatever the other team can get us, and then we get opportunities. We just have to be able to execute, since we're not going to hit a 3-run ball that often, right? So I think the guys' ability to buy into that, and then kind of their understanding of like, okay, well, here are my strengths in the context of our offense, really gives them a little bit of encouragement and allows them to really focus in on what they need to do to help make the team successful, which I think we've seen, a pretty high level of that so far this year for us too. So that's been a nice surprise.
It's not going to get any easier this weekend. No. You're going from the first place team in the conference to the team that took 2 out of 3 from the first place team in the conference, the Willamette Bearcats. What does Willamette do well? What challenges will they present this weekend?
Similar to Pacific, like they're offensively strong. And they have good power numbers. Looking at them from top to bottom in the offense, and then they have some arms that just really throw a lot of strikes. And they probably have the best bullpen arm in the conference as well that comes in and closes games for them. So our ability as an offense to once again continue to get deep in counts like we did this week against Pacific is going to be huge. We're just going to need to be the ones that kind of land that final blow. Whether that's a big inning late or just a clutch base hit with somebody on base to kind of give us a lead and give us a little bit of momentum. But we're definitely going to have to play clean baseball because they're a good baseball club.